Hi guys, Jeff Marples here. I wanted to talk to you something fairly serious today. Actually, I'm sometimes very jokey, but today I'm pretty serious. And the reason why is because I read an article last night that scared the crap out of me. And it was an article by Joseph Rand, who works is a writer, and I read it through Inman News, a real estate rag, right? And I just wanted to talk to you about the Trump tax plan. Now, guys, do whatever you can to torpedo this thing, because after reading it, you hear a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I wanted to get educated. So I ended up reading this article, and you know what? It scared the crap out of me. And I want you, and hopefully write your congressman, bug your senator, do whatever you can. I want to get the word out, because realistically, I don't understand why the heck they are doing this. Especially after the economy, to where we've been building a real estate economy, a momentum in the economy ever since really 2010, and it's all been based on Fed bond buying, QE 2, 3, well, 1, 2, and 3, and bringing those values in real estate back up to where they normally would have been, right? And I think the economy is finally going pretty good. I'm friends with CEOs, and they talk to me and they say, we're doing pretty good. Also, I watch CNBC. I watch the financial news. It's all the real news that I watch. You learn the markets, and you know what's going on. You get the insight on what the economy is doing. And really what I just don't understand, why they would want to purposely torpedo those people that are paying exorbitant taxes in some of our states, like California, Hawaii, even Texas, when property taxes are 3%. New York, the tax proposal is really going to have dire consequences for the real estate industry across the board. It's not going to be good for homeowners. It's not going to be good for home buyers. It's not going to be good for mortgage lenders. It's not going to be good for real estate professionals like me. The only person that's going to be good for is real estate investors, because you know what? They're usually an S corp anyway, and they're already, working their tax deduction stuff that's going to change there. So, but for homeowners, it's going to affect people, and it's going to affect people in drastic ways. And, part of the article last night talks about 5 different aspects that it's going to negatively impact us. And I wanted to talk to you about those real quick. The first one's going to be negatively impacted by reducing the mortgage interest deductions. Now, we talked about going from $1 million to $500,000. Now, realistically, it's going to affect buyers. It's not going to affect you, the homeowner that already has a mortgage that you're already deducting. This is for new home buyers. So, but it's going to affect everybody in the sense that it's going to reduce mobility of people. It's going to reduce the purchasing power of buyers looking to purchase a home. And in a sense, because the buyers aren't going to be able to compete for the sellers' homes, it's going to adversely hurt the market. It's going to lower overall prices in real estate, because people just can't afford it. Because normally, and right now, you could say on a mortgage that is, say, if I bought a 30-year mortgage right now, the first 10 years is primarily interest payments on it anyway. Those payments, say, at today's effective rate, is going to be $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. If that's going to be reduced drastically, my write-off isn't going to be good enough, and so from a buyer's point of view, the purchasing power is not there. It's not going to be good for people in that regard at all. The second one is going to be the capital gains exemption, which I just don't know why they would mess with this. If you're going to be living in your property, and right now you can live in the property, and is it two out of the 3 years out of the 5 years, and you can move out, right? And you can take that capital gains deduction, right? So $250,000 for a singleton, $500,000 for a married couple. And I don't understand why they would want to change this. Once again, it's going to reduce mobility. It's going to keep transactions low. It's going to keep people pigeonholed into their property. If they're going to take it up to, like, you have to live 5 out of the 8 years in your property to take that deduction. Now, realistically, most people are going to be in their homes for, for 4 to 7 years, right? So it's not going to affect everybody, and I got to work around it. But I don't understand why they would even mess with this. You know, if somebody has a good fortune to make a smart decision to buy property and they make a killing on it because they did what's right, they owner occupied, they renovated the unit, why are you taking that incentive away from people? Why? You know, government control, you know, you could take your government, you know where you could stick it, in my opinion. Capping the property tax deductions. Well, you know, we pay a lot of money here in the Bay Area, you know, and when the average price, say in San Francisco, is over $1 million, okay, when you get up to $2-3 million and you're paying $27,000, depending if you're in that $3 to $4 million range, that's a lot of money that you're actually paying government. You know, you're paying the bill, and then they're going to cap that deduction at $10,000. What about one of my best friends that left the Bay Area? Love this couple. They moved to Houston, and you know what? I'm sure their house is not a shabby little crap shack. You know, they live well, and I know that property tax in Texas is 3%. So what are you going to do with that? You know, so that's another thing, capping that at $10,000. You could be spending $30,000 in tax, spending $30,000 in tax, which is a lot of money. I have a best friend, his brother lives outside of Humbly Hills or one of these Beverly Hills type places. He pays $70,000 in taxes. He is fortunate enough to marry, you know, a producer in Hollywood. Maybe we shouldn't talk about that. But, you know, they're paying $70,000 and now he can only deduct $10,000 of it. Give me a break. You know, that's just ridiculous. To me, you know, guys, I'm a non-party guy. I am not a registered anything. I am not happy with the government right now, you know, especially after the run-up in how much money, you know, the government takes in more money now than it ever has, and we're still running deductions. Where's the math in that? I have 3 kids. They're the ones that are going to be paying. Thank you very much. The other one that I think is absolutely stupid and crass is they're not allowing you to deduct your moving expenses. Come on. You know, a family of 5 and a dog moving is not going to cost you, it's going to cost you at least $10,000. At least. And they're not going to allow you to do that. So $10,000 you could deduct maybe 37%, 39%. That's a $3,000 or $4,000 savings on taxes that they just took away from you. Thank you very much. Once again, removing mobility. And then the big one is also state and local taxes. And really the one thing I really liked about that one that Joseph had mentioned was really, you know, you're already paying the local taxes. Why are you being sort of penalized for paying taxes, and then you're paying taxes again on money that you just paid for taxes? I mean, it makes sense right now. Why are they doing that? It's beyond me, guys. But I did want to just say, look, you know, it's imperative that you talk to your representative, your congressman, your senator. You know, call them up. I've done it a number of times. You know, I usually don't give money to political parties, but you know what? On certain ballot initiatives, I will write my congressman. You know, you could. I don't have the website in front of me, but you could write your congressman. Give them hell, guys. You know, this is a joke. This is a real joke. You know, and part of that is also, you know, if you're educated and you know, I try to, you know, look at the broad perspective. I'm very much a macro guy, not so much a micro guy, you know. So when you look at the overall economy and you look at people that are, you know, and they say it's for you know, this tax bill is for the middle class. You know, I think about the teachers. You know, I saw a feature on C-SPAN the other day, and they're grilling these people in the House. They're grilling these people. It's like, you know, deductions. You know, you can't. You know, if you're a school teacher, you can't even write off buying teacher supplies, kid supplies for your class. I mean, come on. You know, do what you can to fight this bill, because you know what? For my profession as well as my clients, this bill is garbage for us in California. It's going to be garbage for property owners. It's going to be garbage for those people that are looking to buy and get this little slice of the American dream here in the Bay Area. It's just going to hurt, you know. And also from a macro point of view, and looking at, you know, Fed policy and you know, if they're going to be raising rates towards the end of the year, which I think they're probably going to bump them up 0.25%. What is that going to do to derail the economy when you basically shut down a sector of the economy that was vital in rebounding it from 2008? I just don't get it. So guys, I'm sorry for the scowl that I have today, but it's just frustrating, you know, it really is. So, you know, do what you can, be informed, make good decisions, write your congressman and your House rep. Man, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now, okay? Because you know what? They need to hear your voice right now, all right? I'm gonna leave you on a happy note. Actually, I don't have any happy notes after that. I'm frustrated, guys. Do what you can to torpedo this for me, for yourselves, for all the property owners, for your parents that live in the area, whomever, because this bill is garbage, guys. And that is a non-party opinion. I'm bringing my opinion simply because I'm a real estate professional and I work in this industry, and I don't want it to be heard because this is really going to hurt. All right. So thanks for watching. I hope it was informative. Take care, guys.